Là, on ne sait pas, hein. C'est là. Ouh.
Bonjour YouTube, welcome back to our channel. Today we're in
Nemours. It is a little over an hour from Paris. We are here to discover this small town with a chateau and a church. So,
on y va.
on y va.
So Sinan is not in the mood because apparently it's too hot today. When Sinan is not in the mood, he walks away really angrily and to the front. Quickly, like a tick, 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 tick. Today is the market day in Nemours, and we just passed by the house where one of the three artists who helped working on the chateau was born, XII-century. Sinan is trying to find the supermarket because we are thirsty. We passed by one, but you see, the thing is, in France you will see one thing. You will see the supermarkets that are like big, but they're usually closed on Sundays. And you will see small supermarket, and over there everything is extremely overpriced to the point that, you know, it becomes a principle, you don't want to pay for it. It's nothing to do with like being cheap or anything of that sort, but the price is like usually twice or like 2.5 times higher than the actual price anywhere else. And it's kind of like screwed up because even at that price they don't even keep it in the fridge. It's like outside and it's hot today.
So there were three artists who contributed to this chateau. They just kept this chateau alive. And the most scary part was for the prison. There were two prisons. Men and women were separated, of course. So, but the men had a bit of privilege. They had the light. So when we visited women's side, they were thrown from above. There was a hole, so they were just pushed down to the cell. And they didn't have any lights either. So it was completely dark.
What happened was the place wasn't a prison before, but then it became a prison. And when, for the women's part, where they used to come in from the ceiling, that was in the 12th century. But it continued until the 17th. In the 17th century, they added the door at the bottom that we went through, and it's tiny. It's literally microscopic. It's microscopic. And the scary thing is, the lady, she was saying that, because it's complete dark, because she switched off the light completely and it was completely pitch black. It was so dark, and she said that women, when they would stay there for a long time, first of all it's cold, second they would go crazy because it's dark, there is nothing, you can't see anything, and your eyes, they adjust, and the moment you come out your retina just burns. So most of the time those women would go blind because of such a striking difference between light and no light, you know. With regards to the men's prison, there was a little bit of an addition as well. If you were rich and powerful, not powerful because if you were powerful you wouldn't end up in the prison, right? But if you were a bit rich, you would be able to get yourself into like I would say not a VIP, but like an upgraded cell which was made out of wood, and it wouldn't be in the same place. The cell with the men, the regular one, it had only one hole in it for the light, and it was extremely cold. Yeah, it was extremely cold, and there were only 5 of them. For women, they have no idea how many were there.
Yeah,
and
probably more.
And the upgraded one, the wooden one, you would only be 2. So it just shows you how women were treated back in the day. And apparently, oftentimes, if a husband wanted to get rid of his wife, he would just say, "Oh, she cheated on me, she committed adultery," so they would just throw her in jail. It's just bizarre, and like no one would double check.
And one more thing, the last prisoner dated back to 19th century. The exact date was 1862. We seen the signature in the men's cell. It was on the door.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I don't know how they lived. And also the tourist guide said there are some things they don't know because they haven't identified it yet. They are not sure about the history. She said the archives have been lost. They modified the chateau so many times. Seriously, it's just so weird.
Why?
They had to block some part and open up another part.
Well, because the function of the chateau changed so many times.
The function changed
like
all the
it
time.
was a chateau, then it became during the after the revolution,
Oh.
it became a tribunal, and it had the jails underneath, and then so they had to change it up all the time, and then it became another functionary place with the storage, and then it became a museum. And by the time it became a museum, it had changed the space and the everything so many times. So yeah.
But this is the weirdest, the spookiest chateau I ever made.
I like
ever
this.
visited. It's
I love
just
it.
so weird.
So that poor cat inside the store, I don't know, the store was closed, but it seemed like it wasn't dehydrated or anything like that. He just needed a bit of eye cleaning, but the cat was not thin, so that's a good thing. And now we're just exploring.
She looks sick.
There's something off, yeah, there's something off about the cat, like about the face, there's
Got
something.
eye infection, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
Poor cat, I hope they take care of it because it's ridiculous.
By the way, we got the magnets from one of the stores. It's really cute.
Show us the magnet.
Yeah. It's like this. So it's Château.
Nemours.
Yeah. That's it for today. We hope you liked this episode.
So we highly recommend Nemours.
There is also a garden as well.
Yeah,
You
we're
can
in it
enjoy.
right now.
Yeah.
And then you can rent a kayak apparently, but we don't know where. I think
Yeah.
it's maybe that there
Down there,
somewhere.
I
I don't
think.
know.
There was
But
some-
we've seen some people on kayaks. Some people brought their own. Some people just rented it. So yeah, it's a fun place to be.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Until next week.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.